Hey Trash Pandas, it is the Heavy Cream Dream here to give you another delicious video. Before we start, big shout out to XQuid. Thank you so much for super chatting us in our last premiere. And if you guys like this delicious recipe, make sure you like and subscribe. We're gonna start out here, we're making a pan pizza. I got my cast iron, melted butter, rosemary, and garlic. This is how you get that crunchy, delicious crust. I got my dough, which I have been rising next to a radiator all day after it fermented, cold fermented in the fridge for 48 hours. This can be a bit of a pain and it's a bit messy, but I'm using this pizza sauce that I made simply by blending tomatoes, basil, garlic. It is delicious, fresh and tart, but I want it to be a little bit heavier for this, so we're gonna mix it with some Alfredo and just make us a creamier, a little bit richer. Because today we are using a roast pork or braised pork. Pork braised for 3 hours in milk and wine with a ton of herbs. And I think this will be the perfect combination for that. Delicious. Let's get our pork down here. This is just a whole pork butt. Pork butt is just another name for pork shoulder. Don't freak out too much. I'm gonna put some dollops of garlic on here because I really like garlic. I want this to be extra garlicky. It's crushed garlic. I have shredded mozzarella. And then a mixture of Romano and Parmesan. All right, now this goes into a 350-degree oven for about 45 minutes. All right, fam, my beautiful pork pizza just came out of the oven. Oh, look at that crispy crust. I'm so happy about this. It smells super good. You can smell that rosemary and garlic coming off of it. Slice it up. Takes a little bit of muscle on these thick boys. And this is gonna be a bit of a messy pizza, but that's half the fun, isn't it? Oh, look at all that juicy pork under the cheese and the sauce. Ooh, it's still hot. I hope I waited long enough. About 5 minutes since it came out of the oven. Look at that. Crispy. Hot. Fluffy. Got nice bubbles in the dough. Like, even with all that topping on there, just lower temp, longer time. Comes out so nice. Oh. Maybe I should wait a second longer. I'm gonna add a little bit of oregano. Yeah, that's a little bit. And pour myself a little Riesling. Yeah, that's a little bit. Let's have No, that is heavenly. I love making pan pizza because while it takes longer than your like hand tossed or thin crust, at home I get a more reliable result. And on a day like today when we have 0-degree wind chill, like the stick hot pizza is so satisfying. In fact, perhaps too hot. And I'm gonna have to roast some more pork this way, or braise, I guess technically. The herbed milk mixture that was just like wine, milk, rosemary, garlic, salt and pepper that covered the pork as it cooked for 3 hours. The tenderness and flavor that got into the pork is astounding. And I didn't realize that pork butt costs nothing. I got this huge 5-pound piece of meat for I think $8. And I used 1/2 of it, chopped it up, tossed it with a rigatoni, some ricotta cheese, some Parmesan, poured a little bit of the milk broth from the cooking over it and baked it for another ½ hour. Made a baked pasta with it. That was delicious. I ate that for a few days. I love when you make a dish that you can reincorporate into other foods for like the rest of the week. I know a lot of people are big on like meal prep Sunday, where you make and package all your food for the week, and it's usually like 1 or 2 dishes alternated back and forth. God, I love this crust. But I can't do that. I just get too bored. Like I need different foods, or I'll freak out. But I love to reuse ingredients creatively. The wine makes me want to have some like chocolate after this. Dessert. One of my favorite ways to use a pan pizza. Sorry, my mouth is full. Is breakfast pizza, because it's so simple just to use like cream cheese as your sauce. And then you got like some chopped bacon or some ham or something, or no meat if that's what you want. And then I'll use like a smoked Gouda or a cheddar or both. And then you crack an egg on top of it as it's cooking. And I love letting the egg come out like slightly creamy. Oh, just swirl it around on the top with your finger. That's decadent. That's breakfast. I think my infatuation with pan pizza like goes all the way back to Pizza Hut in childhood, because I was part of the Book It program, where you had like a little button that had empty stars across it, and every time you read a book and wrote a book report, you filled in a star. It was like once you filled in 5 stars, you took that to a participating Pizza Hut, and they give you a free little pan pizza. It was so good. I just love the buttery crust. I love that crispiness. Pepperoni pan pizza is my jam. And that was the only way to get my very health conscious parents to take me to Pizza Hut. Which, I mean, good for them for being health conscious, except for when it could motivate my learning. And I love to read and I love pizza, so it was no problem for me. I actually remember thinking I was stupid when I was a little kid, because I didn't start reading a lot until later in 1st grade. And then 2nd grade I really took off. I thought I was behind the other kids, but I guess I was just going my own pace, because then I hit the gas and I was gone. Though I was slightly embarrassed, I remember when I went and took an IQ test to get into a gifted program. And for some reason, the first year, I didn't get in. I think my parents might have thought I wasn't ready or something, which could have been true. I know my parents said that they thought I had like a learning disability as a child. I don't know what. But then the next year, I think I was well across the line of being accepted, so I only missed 1 year in the gifted program. I think it really did a lot for me. So I'm incredibly grateful. And it was focused on like creativity, which, hey, now I get to make whatever pizzas I want at home. My creative outlet. Again, guys, this crust though, I'm gonna save these 2 slices for my wife, I think. She was telling me how good it smells. It's the benefit of us both working from home. I'm out of breath from eating so fast. It just tastes so good. Is that whenever I make something and I have extra, I can just pick it up, put it on a plate, take it over to her. And you wouldn't believe like the money we save from not paying for, lunches in Midtown all the time. It's wild how little things add up so fast. All right, let's have a little chocolate. I love Crunch bars. One of my favorite candies. I also like, what's the Crunch that comes in a red package and has a K? I love those, but you only see them at like Halloween in a variety pack. You never seem to be able to buy it on its own. The chocolate with the lime. Amazing. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you love that meal as much as I do. Try making your own pan pizzas at home. Use some store-bought dough, let it rest. Plop it down, bake it, whatever toppings you want, really. This was just my idea because it's what I have. If you like it, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.